Now, I want to start this video off with a little bit of an explanation. I know we haven't been uploading content as we normally do, but that's because this was my graduation weekend, so I had to get everything prepared for graduation. But don't you worry, starting Monday, we're going to be uploading content non-stop, how we normally do, as well as live streaming, which I believe we have 4 days straight, 1 a.m. Eastern, each and every single day on YouTube. You can check out the live streams. Now, SeanParm 24 was the first one to upload anything related to this method. It involves custom rosters, and it's one of, if not the best ball player glitch that we have seen to this date. Now, he doesn't do YouTube from what I know, as I'm looking at his links inside the description. All he does is Twitch and Twitter. So big piece of advice, SeanParm, make sure you go ahead and check out YouTube, or try doing YouTube in general. It can take you far, especially if you build a following on TikTok. Next person I want to give a shout out to is Reese, because Friday night or Thursday night, one of the two nights, he hit me up about the method, and I could have made a video back then, but unfortunately I was a little busy. So shout out to Reese. And then last but not least, LightSkinChris, he does YouTube. You guys can go ahead and check all of these guys out except for Reese on the description. We're gonna have SeanParm's TikTok and LightSkinChris's YouTube. You guys can go ahead and check them out. But the reason we're shouting out Chris is because he made the roster, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little too lazy to make the roster myself, so we're just gonna be using his rosters. And I like his rosters a little bit more than SeanParm's, because Chris's rosters, they play for the Rockies that play at Ship It instead of playing for the Tigers that I don't know where in the world they play, but playing at Ship It is going to be a humongous plus. Now, first things first, you're gonna go to create and then vault. Now, yes, you might be getting unhandled server error, or the server error in general. So you're gonna be persevering through it. You're gonna continue trying, because at first it was taking me somewhere along the lines of maybe 10 to 15 minutes to finally bypass that and actually see some rosters. And when I finally bypassed that and was able to actually see some rosters, I was able to download it. And yes, even though I downloaded the roster, it hit me back with server error. Luckily for us, it didn't hit us with any of that right now. So you're gonna download YT LightSkinChris's, that's his online ID. You're gonna download his specific roster. You can probably check out any of these other ones, and it's gonna do the exact same thing. It's gonna work for the exact same purpose. But for the purpose of this video, we're gonna be downloading his specific roster because he's the gangster that created this, you feel me? So why not? Why not show the boy some support? Now, usually when we get to this screen, I always get a server error. And although you get a server error, trust me, the roster is downloaded. So that's gonna be the good thing. As you can see, we got the server error. Now all we do is back out of here and go into Road to the Show. And it's saved already. Trust me, it's saved already. And I'm gonna show you all why I'm saying it's saved already. So we back out, we go to Road to the Show. You're gonna be creating a brand new ball player. And no, when you create a brand new ball player, it does not delete your other files, and you do not lose any progression from your previous archetypes or your attributes in that previous file. You don't lose any progression. It's universal. You're gonna set up your ball player, set up whatever archetype you're working on. You're gonna go ahead and activate it. It's the first circle above the 3 dots and the baseball. It's the first circle. It's gonna say activate. You activate it. Once you activate it, you back out. You press load saved rosters. And then, as you can see, although we got an error, we still downloaded LightSkinChris's roster. Now, you're gonna ask to be drafted by the Rockies, because the Rockies are the team that has all the 99 overall players. So here, you're gonna say, I know what team I want to play for. You're gonna say, there is one particular team that I want to play for. If it asks you the Dodgers, then you say, no, coach, it's one of their rivals. If it's asking you for the St. Louis Cardinals, then you have to press no, but it is a National League club until you get the option of the NL West. Once you get the NL West, you're gonna go ahead and either select in one of these categories, the Rockies, or if your agent directly asks you, hey, is it the Rockies? You're gonna say, yes, that's the one, and then you're gonna get drafted. We're gonna come back whenever the coach is talking to us. So now we're finally talking to the coach. This works best with hitters, but I don't mind leveling 2 archetypes at the same time, so you can level a starting pitcher or a relief pitcher archetype while leveling up that hitter archetype too. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. They're gonna ask us, do we want to be a 2-way player? We're gonna say, you mean pitching and position playing? And then you say, sure thing, Skip. You cannot be a catcher unless you're a right-handed thrower. The reason we're gonna be a catcher is because catchers, they get the putouts the easiest out of any of the available positions that they give you. They get it the easiest, and putouts are some of the easiest repeatable missions to get. Now, we go to Ballplayer, we go to our activated one, which apparently it activated the Duke, even though Iron Man is supposed to be what's activated. So we're gonna reactivate Iron Man, and then we're gonna view the program by pressing square. On Xbox, it's most likely X. Roll to the show missions. You see 20 out of 40 plate appearances, 8 out of 30 assists, 27 out of 30 putouts, and then 9 out of 15 extra base hits, and then 18 out of 25 hits. The ones that we're going to be repeating non-stop while doing this glitch is going to be hits, extra base hits, putouts, and then plate appearances. So that's roughly 11 program points each and every single series. Not only that, but as we complete these bigger ones, we're going to be getting a lot more program points. So we're going to be leveling these a lot faster. But I just wanted to show you all what they look like. Now, we're not going to be simming next appearance in any of the games that first appear for us, because it's a great opportunity for you to work on both archetypes at the same time. For example, we're not pitching here because Joe Random is pitching. Instead, we're playing catcher. Since we're playing catcher, you activate whichever archetype it is that you're looking to complete. In this case, it is Iron Man. So Iron Man is going to be completed. Now, if you get yourself, like, let's say 8 hits in this, then what I suggest you go ahead and do is actually return to the clubhouse, because I'm not sure if it's supposed to work like this or not, but it seems that whenever you reach whatever amount of plate appearances you have to reach, it doesn't reset it until the next series or the next time you return to the clubhouse. So let's see how Blade did. He went 3 for 5, not too bad, got himself a double, and then 2 walks. So that in total was like 7 plate appearances. We're playing catcher again. It tells you on the bottom left what position you're playing. So if we were playing starting pitcher, I would load up my RP. I have it RP because it's actually a relief pitcher, but I have him as a starter inside Road to the Show because that's the easiest way for me to go ahead and grind out any archetype in general. Now, you might get lucky and you could get a game where you score over 500 runs. Sometimes you get unlucky and you go 6 for 8 and you score 43 runs. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you can be unlucky and score 43 runs at the end of the day. I have to say that's beautiful. We're playing catcher one more time, and then after this game, we most likely are gonna move to the starting pitcher. Now, if you're gonna be hitting instantly, just simulate an exit. You simulate an exit, you're gonna be fine each and every single time. Score 15 runs. How did we do as a player? We went 1 for 5. Now we're returning to the clubhouse. You're gonna see how beautiful this is. And no, you're not supposed to be getting experience and stubs from simming. You're not gonna get any of that. But once you hit certain progression levels for that archetype, there, yes, you are going to actually receive rewards for hitting that certain level, and some of those rewards are experience as well as stubs. So that's why sometimes you see 8K, that's why sometimes you see 11K, that's why sometimes you see all those differences there. So we didn't get to pitch just yet, but most likely the next game available, they're going to tell us to pitch. So yes, we're pitching here. As you can see, bottom left, it says starting pitcher. So we activate our pitching archetype instead of our catcher archetype. And this is the beauty of it. We're facing literal players that are a 1 overall. You do the same method. Simulate until exit, and your guy is basically going to throw a complete game, or as close to a complete game as possible. We threw basically 6.2 innings, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. We're gonna go ahead and return to the clubhouse so I can show you all that it works for pitching. And that's how you level 2 archetypes at the same time, the easiest way possible. Look at that. It's working towards my pitching archetype of the Houdini, and it's also helping out my attributes in terms of the base attributes available. Now, you're still gonna want to be going to practice inside the training, and you're also going to be wanting to do the starting rotation method for 2-way players, so you pitch every single 5 games instead of pitching each and every single damn day, because you don't want to be a relief pitcher, you want to be a starting pitcher. That's the fastest way to do it. Now, I've seen some things here that I don't really like, but it's whatever to me, which is that it seems you don't play each and every single game, unfortunately, because the rest of the team is full of 99 overalls. So it seems like you get placed on the bench, and it actually simulates a ton of games for you. So we're the starting pitcher here. We're gonna activate once again, or we're the designated hitter. We're not starting, so we're gonna activate Iron Man since we're gonna be hitting, and then we're gonna simulate the entire game, and you're gonna be doing this non-stop. Unfortunately, some of these series you have to actually just sit on the bench for a while, but when you get really lucky and score over 500 runs, you're gonna be straight and you're gonna love it. As soon as you finish the first season, although, big piece of advice is to restart a brand new file, because a lot of the players retire, etc., and then they start refilling the rosters exactly how they should be. So always restart after the first season, and that's going to help you out a ton. If you did end up enjoying today's content, make sure y'all hit that like button, red subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all social medias at Bhlademyst. Become a member of the channel if you would like to by pressing that join button next to that red subscribe button, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.